Hello there everybody, welcome back to Tales from the 20 Side. It's Dom here, and I just wanted to have a quick chat with you all before we get into the episode properly. As regular listeners and RPG players will be aware, the stories we tell in our games can sometimes drift into territory that makes us uncomfortable. And whilst we as players might be okay with that, it's important to understand that that may not be the case for everyone observing. In light of this, I wanted to take this opportunity to warn you that our story over these next couple of episodes is venturing into a particularly dark place. This subsection of the Reign of Winter adventure path has more of a psychological horror theme to it, and there will be situations that deal with strong emotions of fear and despair from the characters. I also feel it important to note that as part of this, we will be dealing with implied harm to children. Now, whilst I've done my best to keep my narration tasteful, some of the events described within may still be distressing to some listeners, and as such, your discretion is advised. If you are concerned that you may find this story too upsetting, I would encourage you to skip forward to episode 58, which marks the end of this particular arc. That is all I wanted to say for now. Thank you for your continued support of the podcast, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. For a finger click, which I hope is going to suffice.
Adam's family.
It's literally just so I've got a marker, visual marker on the sound files.
We should
just
get
after the conversation we had last time out about me not needing to clap myself into oblivion. I thought I'm going to try some of it, see what happens.
Yeah,
I want one for the clap. I want one of those big hammers that they use in an orchestra. You know, there's like the dude that all he does is at one point in the piece whack a massive piece of wood with this ginormous hammer.
Great. I honestly can't say I know what instrument that is, Darren. I've got no idea what you're on about.
I know that
it's a bloody big xylophone. That's what it is.
Hunter S. Thompson apparently used to have a massive gong mounted on the roof of his house, and if he couldn't sleep at night, if he just needed somebody to sort of calm him down, he would go outside and he would shoot the gong with his Magnum 44, and when the neighbours complained, he'd just tell them to fuck off.
I think if this is Hunter S. Thompson, I think this might be a misspelling, and what he actually had was a massive bomb.
Oh, he had that too.
It's in Mahler's Symphony No. 6. There's a point in it where a guy just has to whack a massive block of wood with a giant hammer.
So Mahler had wood, that's what you're telling us.
Mahler had wood.
So, I mean, was this his regular instrument? And he was just waiting for an opportunity to... It's fairly limited repertoire.
Really good at hitting a stick.
It was his primary instrument. He learnt piano really, really well. So he could write a song to fit in hitting a block of wood with a massive hammer.
Eighth, did you say, or a sixth?
Sixth.
That's the one that goes, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Hey, so guys, mind if I bring my friend Dave to the meetup? Yeah, sure. What instrument does he play? The two before.
but he has got a van.
The Glockenspiel.
Glockenspiel.
I
like that. That's good. There we go. Puns are in full force tonight, folks. welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your games master for this game and for others. And I'm joined by our regular cast members of Mr. Stu Jackson.
Hello.
Hello. Were you muted there a second, Stu?
No, I mean, it's probably muted on Zoom, but I hit a piece of wood.
Oh,
So you did
I
a Mara
got you.
impression. Anyway, along with Mr. Jackson, we've got Mr. Neil Kelly,
Hello.
Mr. Darren Mafucci,
Hello.
and Miss Amy Chislett.
Hello.
Hello, folks. How are we all doing? It's all getting a bit spooky and chilling in the town of Ulsgaard.
Yes, it is spooky indeed.
And chilling.
Yeah. Speaking of spooky and chilling, I had a thought that, you know, 4 of us and a dog, or a wolf, but, you know, the dog, we're like the Scooby Gang. And that set me thinking, like, wondering, like, who would each of you, if one of you was a member of the Scooby Gang, assuming that Chardonnay was Scooby, who do you think you would all be?
Well, you would have to be Shaggy, wouldn't you?
I suppose, yeah, Alwyn is the closest we've got to a stoner. What about the rest of you, though?
What are their names again? I know what they look like, but I can never remember.
Fred,
Daphne, Fred, and Velma.
Fred, Daphne, and Velma.
I probably default to Velma, I imagine.
I'll
Well,
be
then,
Daphne.
Well, I'd be the other one then.
You'd be Fred.
Fred.
Fearless leader Fred.
No,
he's
you'd be a shark, and then we'd pull off your mask. Not a shark.
Otto would be the amusement park.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how Jaws would have ended if the scriptwriters of Scooby-Doo had had their chance.
Who gets
I mean, this is how this old adventure's going to end. I'm certain of it. We'll get to the end and like, it was Otto all along.
if it wasn't for them pesky kids.
Or we all wake up and we're in an episode of Dallas.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's a fate worse than death right there. Bloody hell. Anyway, folks, are we about ready to get back into the game, do we think?
We've just had a good success.
You have.
Yeah.
You have had a good success. You've cleared one of these two, 3 pyres of spectral children.
I'm not going to jinx it.
Spectral of Children, Cradle of Filth's 4th studio album.
Which you should not buy because Danny Filth is a bit of a twat.
Yeah, by all accounts. Well, everyone I know that has had interaction with him has come away with the same impression.
Yeah, I think even I've had that.
Yeah, safe to say I'm not a fan, but there we go. Please don't sue us, Cradle of Filth. We don't. Well, we do mean it, but it's all in good fun.
Fuck you, Cradle of Filth, bring it.
Shots fired.
All right. With all that in mind, shall we get back into the game, folks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Just had a little bit of water.
Yeah, you weren't expecting us all to just go, yes.
No, I was kind of half expecting someone to have something else to say, but it's all good.
Hydration is important.
Hydration is very important, especially for the throat when you're doing a lot of talking as the GM. Yes, anyway, so bringing ourselves back into our game, our adventurers, Alwyn Templeton, Brother Amos, Otto von Niederschläger, and Dela Thornbury have begun a ritual in the ruined Temple of Desna in the forgotten village of Ulsgaard. Their intention is to drive out the spectral presence that is haunting the place, and lay the spirits of the children who died here long ago, to lay them to rest and allow them to pass onto the afterlife, and in so doing break this curse that blights this land. The first part of the ritual has been going quite well. They have been engaging in some rhythmic chanting, some religious some religious ceremony, and have made a good start on the ritual, having completed the first phase, the supplication. And they are now deep in the second phase, which is known as the appeasement, in which the spirits of these children need to be defended from spectral assailants that come at them from different sides. And throughout all of this, Maximus Laurentius, the priest of Pharasma, who you've been travelling with for a short while, has been focusing his energy onto a ritual that will cleanse this land and burn away this scourge of undeath. And just as we finished our last episode, Maximus had dispatched the last of the spectral goblins which were threatening the first pyre of children, and as that goblin fell, smiles lit up the faces of these children, and they scattered off into the mist as the pyre burned out. We bring ourselves back in, still on Maximus's turn, as he finishes casting this spell to disperse the last of the spectral goblins. He closes his eyes once again and begins and continues the chant which you've heard him speaking previously. When I find it, because I've bloody lost it. Seriously, guys, I made so many notes for this recording. I've got a lot to go through.
As long as you don't go throwing them around, because that would be disastrous.
I know who would do such a thing, Ace Jew.
Who indeed?
Totally not me during the last episode.
Who else but Dom?
There we go. So as Maximus closes his eyes once again, he once again speaks out in this very booming, confident voice that is almost like it's not his own. And he speaks once again. Hark! A sound I hear, 'tis right. A spirit breaks the still of night. Burn the incense ever higher. Spirits, join us round the fire. And as he says this, there is another swirl of mist around one of these pyres, around the pyre to the north, the northwest. And you see another ring of spectral children appearing around it, along with some spectral assailants. This time not goblins. These creatures, although still in ghost form, are larger, taller, more bestial. They seem almost hyena-like in shape and form. And there are 3 of these that appear and begin to move towards the pyre, which brings us straight back into initiative. So following the same initiative order as we had previously, it is going to be Dela's turn.
Ooh, lovely. Right, I am going to do the best I can and run up to the closest one. I think I've got enough that I can get in between them and the children.
Yeah, you can do that. Once again, as you step out of the safety of the bubble of incense being burned by Brother Amos, I need a will save, please, Dela.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. You get the sense that now one of these pyres has burned away. This fog does not seem to be cloying to you quite as much as it was previously. A 20 is now just enough to succeed, and with your ability, Dela, that becomes a critical success. You suffer no ill effect from the fog this turn.
This fog has no hold over me, and I'm going to immediately stab this thing in front of me.
Right, roll 2 attacks.
Ooh, 29 for the first one.
29's a critical hit, Dela.
Yeah. What does that
Is that
mean?
a natural 20?
No, I rolled 19 on the die.
Oh, that's a shame, because that would have been a card.
So, what's a critical success?
So roll your damage and then double it.
Oh, cool. I rolled a 5, so 10.
Very nice. 10 points of damage. So you strike into this creature. Its incorporeal form seems to resist some of the strike. And your weapon is not magical, is it, Dela?
No.
Okay. So it doesn't take as much as you would have hoped from a strike that would have decimated a living creature. But it takes a nasty strike nonetheless.
I'm going to feel emboldened by this and just go again. Oh, that's 23 minus 5, 17.
17, unfortunately, will miss. As you go in for your second strike, it flashes a spectral battle axe and actually deflects your blade away with it. Della.
Done it.
Okay. Is that you done, Della?
That is me done.
Alright, and of your turn, it's Brother Amos.
The same again, I will move over to Della. And take a swing at my enemy. 11.
Oh, 11 will miss, Brother Amos. You rush towards it, and sort of where you're having to be careful with the sensor, you get up to the ghost and you swing for it, but your fist just passes wide past it.
I think that uses up all of my actions.
It will do as you rush forward, Brother Amos. Well, yeah, because you're moving at half speed, where you'll have to focus on the sensor. That's that done anyway. Otto, we're round to you.
Well, I would have run along with Brother Amos.
Yep, so once again, your first action can be to keep pace.
Yes. And, well, I'll try the electric arc again. See how that plays out.
With electric arc, how far away can you throw the second bolt to? Do you know?
Let me just have a look.
It's a range of 30 feet.
Is it? I thought it was. That rang a bell.
So that's 30 feet on the first one you throw out.
Yes.
I'm looking for the.
It leaks from one to another, so.
Doesn't specify.
Okay, I guess
range
it's-
30 feet targets one or two creatures.
Okay, okay. I guess if they're both within 30 feet, then you can do it. So yeah, from where you are, Otto, you can actually hit both that spectral creature in front of you and also either of the other two, if you wish.
I will. I'll hit the one I'm right next to and the one lurking in the corner.
So it's going to be 2 reflex saves. No. And okay, so I've got a 12 and a natural 20 for 29.
Right. So my spell DC is 19. So.
The one to the north. The one to the north ducks nimbly out of the way of this lightning, but the first one nearest will take damage. Roll that damage.
I threw it in his face at point blank range.
Yeah.
It's a 1 plus a 1, so 5.
Ooh, unlucky. The lightning crackles across it, dealing a little damage to it, Otto.
But not enough.
Not enough, sadly. That's going to end your turn. We are now around to the spectral gnolls. And as before, the 2 that are currently unchecked will rush in towards the children who are gathered in the ring. And you see they hack into them with these spectral battle axes. Okay. Wow, I completely missed my table there. That was funny.
If you can't hit the table...
You can't hit your enemy, I know, Stu.
Yeah. Who did I get that phrase from?
You got that from me.
Yay!
I'm very proud of you, Stu. Okay. Yes, those gnolls that move towards the children, they get some swings onto them. And once again, you see Maximus wince a bit more visibly in pain this time. It seems that these strikes are doing a bit more damage than they were previously. In the previous attacks.
Is he looking wounded from this now?
He's not looking wounded. He is sort of starting to pant and gasp. You can see sweat beginning to pour down his face. And the last one, sort of engaged with the three of you, is going to make a strike against all three of you. So going down the line, I've got that's a 21 to hit Dela.
Yes.
A 21 against Brother Amos. And that's a 16 against Otto.
No.
It's a miss.
It's a miss.
So it swings this spectral battle axe towards all of you, missing you, Otto, as you duck out of the way. Dela, you take 10 points of negative damage. Brother Amos, you take 8 points of negative damage as this spectral blade passes through you. Doesn't do any physical damage, but it seems to almost claw at your very soul. That's going to end their turn. It is now Alwyn's turn.
Right, you're going to want a will save from me, aren't you?
I am, yes please. As previously mentioned, where the pyre to the south has been dispersed, this fog seems to be weakening just a little bit. So it's a lower DC this time.
Okay, well that's 13.
13 is a failure. You're overcome again by a wave of sadness, Alwyn, and you are slowed 1 for this turn.
Okay. Well, kind of half planned, half in despair, Alwyn releases the grip on his rapier and lets it clatter to the floor by his side. But he is going to draw from his back Tebnotton's spear. So he's now holding that.
Well,
And
they're in trouble now.
with his voice cracking, he is going to issue a command to Chardonnay to get these gnolls attacking the children. So Chardonnay, with a movement of 30, can get right up and engage with both of them, but is going to take a strike at the one closest to Alwyn.
Okay, roll the attack.
18.
Ooh, 18 is just a miss there, Alwyn. Chardonnay snaps towards it, but it's too quick for Chardonnay.
Let's go.
Okay, end of your turn. We are on to Maximus, who this time, sort of feeling the fog around himself weakening, manages to pull himself together, and in a strangely comforting tone, he sort of turns to you, Alwyn, as your voice is breaking, and he says, "Alwyn, never fear. You're stronger than this. You know it." And he once again has the ability to pull a strand of this blue and black energy towards one of these gnolls. Save. And this time the Disrupt Undead crackles across the creature's body and dissipates with no effect as it rolled a natural 20. If you're interested, I just rolled 2 natural 20s in a row, both for Maximus's save and then the gnoll save. Why couldn't that have been on an attack roll?
Why are you stealing our 20s? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, where's our 20s?
There we go. Maximus spends the rest of his turn again focusing on this ritual that he's performing. And that brings us around to Dela.
Alright, I'm just going to take another swing at this one in front of me. For a 16.
16's not enough, Della, unfortunately.
No, so I'm just going to keep going in the hopes that one will stick. And I rolled a 2 on the die, so no. Why not? Let's go for the last one. Haha, another 2. No.
Oh, Della. So 3 quick flurries and 3 quick misses as you strike towards this spectral knoll. That was a very quick turn. We're on to Brother Amos.
I will take another swing for it.
Roll the attack.
16.
16's a miss.
I'll swing again. 18.
18 is just a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, one more chance. 19.
19 is enough to hit. That roll damage there. On your last strike...
Got you bastard.
Yeah, this slippery, incorporeal, ghost-like creature slips out of your first few strikes, and then you drive the last one in, and you do connect with something. Roll damage.
That is an 8.
8 points of damage. Ooh. As you withdraw your fist, Brother Amos, that ghost is looking particularly shaky. It's shimmering and it's looking like it's about to break apart, but it is still there going.
Slippery blue bastard.
End of your turn, Brother Amos. It is Otto.
I will hit it with another electric arc. I think I'll just target this one this time.
All right, so just the one in front of you.
Yes.
Right. Saving throw. That's a 2. This spectral knoll pops in front of you, Otto, as you discharge your electricity.
Got him.
It had 1 hit point. If it failed that save, it was dead regardless.
Yes.
And then you've got an action left.
Have I?
Yeah, two actions to cast a spell.
Then I will move up near Dela where I can get the others in range, ready for next time. A clear shot.
Just to be clear, you physically don't have to have line of sight to be able to cast spells on things.
Aren't I throwing an electric arc? I mean, I'd rather not have someone in the way.
I mean, Dom might correct me on this, but it kind of doesn't work that way.
Oh, right.
So so you do need line of effect to the creature you're targeting. I mean, something like electric arc. If you're stood behind your comrades, you can easily sort of pop out and throw it past them. If it was a spell like a lightning bolt that creates a big area of effect, you'd need to move so you didn't hit them. But
Yes.
electric arc, it's a target rather than an area.
Right. That's good to know. I'll stay where I am anyway.
Anyway, end of Otto's turn. That brings us back round to the gnolls. One of which is going to strike into the children. And the other of which is going to strike... the other actually moves sort of across to better strike at the rest of the group. It's going to make 1 strike towards Chardonnay. With a 33 to hit.
Damn it. Yes, 33 is a critical hit, and he has just moved out of range of me being able to use Liberating Step.
That's a shame.
Isn't it? It's almost like they knew.
And the second strike, the final strike, will come towards you, Otto. And okay, that's going to be 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, so as it swings at both creatures with this spectral battle axe, Alwyn, Chardonnay takes 20 points of negative damage.
Oh, how dare he.
I'll just throw my d8 across the table again. And Otto is going to take 13 points of negative damage. as this ghostly weapon just passes through you, chills you to the bone.
I don't like the sound of that.
Okay, and once again, Maximus winces in pain from that strike, and at this point, Alwyn, he starts to begin panting very heavily. You'd estimate he's on about half his hit points.
Okay.
All right, that's going to end their turn. Alwyn, it's round to you. I need a will save, please.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty poor. 13 again.
That's another failure. You're slowed as you sob uncontrollably.
Okay. So, I'm going to use one action to place a hand on Maximus's shoulder and cast Lay on Hands. So, he gets 12 hit points back.
Right, okay.
And should it become relevant for the next round, he gets +2 AC.
Good to know. All right. So, Alwyn, one thing you note as you release this energy onto Maximus, as you release the positive energy, you've already seen this have an effect on the fog as you move into it, and you release the energy into Maximus. He seems to recover some of his strength, and as that energy lingers in your hand, the fog around you parts just a little bit. You're making your next will save against its effect with a +2.
Okay. Cool.
As is Maximus.
Excellent. With a final action, yeah, he's going to tell Chardonnay to press home his attack. I mean, obviously Chardonnay is looking quite injured now. But Chardonnay will start by attacking the one furthest away from the rest of the group.
Okay.
18 on the dice, so 26.
That's very good. That's a hit.
Oh, max damage, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Very nice. Okay, so Chardonnay bites into the creature. It does resist some of the bite due to its incorporeal nature, but there's a definite reaction and a shriek of pain from it as Chardonnay bites in.
And with that attack, it's going to drive that home and try and bite again.
Right.
Oh, not so good that time. 15.
15 will.
No, sorry, 10.
10 will miss, unfortunately. So he gets one good bite in, and then is knocked aside by the spectral creature. Okay, end of your turn, Alwyn. We're round to Maximus. Actually, he rolled an extra 20 last time round, so he's currently immune to the effect of the fog. You see him collecting his wits about him as this ritual progresses, and he seems to have steeled himself just a little bit, and once again lifting up a hand, you see familiar black and blue energy coalescing on his fingertips. He's going to blast towards the same null that Chardonnay has already hit, which will succeed on its save, but it's still going to take some damage. That's interesting. And actually, this time, as Maximus releases this bolt of energy, that knoll collapses in on itself and is destroyed. That will end his turn as he once again focuses his remaining energy on the ritual. And we are round to Dela.
Okay, cool. Am I able to position myself in a flanking position without provoking anything?
I mean, you've not seen a lot of what these creatures can do, so you're not too sure on their abilities.
All right.
But you can certainly get yourself into a flanking position.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Even if it takes me outside the safe area.
All right. So you'll be relieved to know that as you move, Dela, the creature does not strike at you. However, as you step out of the protective bubble, I need a will save, please.
25.
25. There we go. And as that is a success for Dela, that is a critical success against an emotion effect. Again, this fog. The initial fear has passed you now. You feel that you can get through this without too much difficulty. You are now immune to that effect for the next minute, Dela. It's just fog.
Okay, right. I'm going to take an attack at this gnoll. And I get a 16.
16 will miss, unfortunately.
Okay, I will try again. With less, so no.
Oh, Dela, that's not your day today.
Nope, it is not.
So you step in with 2 quick strikes. The creature ducks and dodges out the way. The first one almost, you feel you were a hair off of hitting it with the distraction provided by Chardonnay, but not enough, sadly. Okay, end of Dela's turn. It is brother Amos.
I will move up to the creature and try to punch it in the face.
Okay, so you use your first movement to move into the position left by Dela, and you strike the ghost.
27.
27 is a hit.
8 damage.
A solid strike onto this creature. It resists some of that blow, but it takes most of the force. 1 action left.
I'll swing at it again. I will miss with a 11.
That's it. This time, sort of trying to keep your attention on the sensor and keep that moving, you swing wide. End of your turn, Amos. It is Otto's turn. There's one of these creatures left in front of you.
I think I'll give him a blast of electricity.
Okay. So you're going to want a reflex save. That's a 10. That's going to be a failure.
That is. Spell DC is 19, so let's see if I can do better with my D4 this time. 2 plus 1, 6.
6 in total, okay. Again, the lightning crackles across its body. It's looking very badly hurt as you do this, Otto, but it's still there fighting, still bearing down on
I will raise my buckler in case he takes another swing at me.
Right.
Well, I don't know if my buckler is any good against a spectral battle axe, but
Well, you'll find out, won't you?
I'll soon find out. Yes.
All right. End of your turn. We're round to Alwyn. A will save, please, with your +2.
Okay. Is it not the gnolls go first?
It is. Thank you for reminding me. I dropped the card and didn't realise it. So thank you for your honesty. This spectral gnoll in the centre, sort of weighing up its options a little bit. So it's going to turn its attention back towards these spectral children, disregarding everyone else around it for the time being, as it strikes in to hit them. And this time, Alwyn, you watch as Maximus sort of chokes heavily as if he'd just been punched in the gut. Very heavily. So he takes quite a big hit there. You see he drops to one knee for just a second.
Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about it.
That is going to end their turn. Alwyn, now it's your turn.
Okay. So you want the will save from me with a +2?
Yes, please.
Oh my god! Would you believe I rolled a 2? So do you know what? I'm going to use my hero point.
Yeah, why not?
Hey.
Oh, and I rolled a 4, so 14.
14. Oh, it's not enough.
Nope.
It's not enough. Even with the lingering energy of Caden Kalian on your fingertips, that despair creeps back into your mind, or when you're slowed one.
Okay. So Alwyn is going to. What's he going to do? He's going to raise his shield. Wondering and despairing at the futility of it all, and instruct Chardonnay to keep on pressing home his attack because he's a good boy. Yes, he is. Dirty 20 with the first attack.
That's going to hit.
Only 3 points of damage though.
Okay. So that bite is resisted entirely, Alwyn.
Okay. That's a good roll. So that's another dirty 20.
That's another hit. Roll damage.
Come on, do better, Chardonnay. Yeah, that's okay. A bit better. 7 points of damage.
7. It's just enough to kill it. Chardonnay bites into it, this time redoubling his efforts, and you will watch as the knoll between you vanishes into mist. And as that knoll breaks apart, the ring of children around this pyre also look up from where they'd been cowering, much as the first pyre did, and they scatter off into the mist as the pyre burns out. And as this happens, there is a noticeable lightening in the air. The fog around you is beginning to disperse almost completely at this point. It's still hard to see, and you can still feel it chilling you, but there is definitely a sense that the atmosphere here is beginning to turn in your favour. And Maximus, sort of feeling this, looks over at all of you and calls out, "All right, are we good to finish this off?" Come on, we can do it. You can do it. I believe in all of you. And once again, he closes his eyes and begins to chant in this oddly confident voice that you've not come to expect from him previously. And as he closes his eyes once again, he opens his mouth and starts speaking. All is quiet, all is gloom. What beings in the darkness loom? Something whispers, something peeps. Someone near our pyre creeps. And as he finishes those words, the third pyre becomes encircled by a ring of spectral children. And looming out of the mist in the direction of this, of where the temple wall had previously collapsed, you see appearing a spectral shape much larger than the ones you had previously fought. A spectral shape that drifts with black tendrils of energy drifting off of its body. And most striking of all, you see that this spectral entity has two heads as it lumbers into the cloister, intent towards the circle of children. And that's going to bring us on to Dela's turn.
Okay. Can I double move? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can. If you want to use more actions to move more than once, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to run in between this new beastie and the children and throw a dagger at it.
Right. Roll that attack, Dela.
16.
16 is a miss, Dela. The dagger skitters off into the cloister.
I'm going to save my next dagger, and I'm ready.
All right. At the end of your turn, Dela, it is the Wraith's turn. The Wraith that has appeared in the shape of this giant creature with two heads begins to lumber towards you, Dela. And it doesn't even pay you any notice, Dela, as it drifts almost entirely through you. And as it does so, you feel a chill, a very unearthly chill, as it moves through you. And it drifts towards this group of children and raises a spectral, gnarled hand towards them and slams down onto them. Okay. Okay. You watch as it strikes the children. Maximus winces in pain once again.
Liberating step.
Okay. Alwyn, did you succeed on your last save?
No. My last will save, no.
You did not. Okay. So as you go to conjure your liberating step, Alwyn, you find there's no connection there. You currently do not have your reaction. So yeah, Maximus again takes a hefty hit in the area of his chest. Again, no physical damage to him, but he's looking. You can see he's looking almost older than he was previously, and he's staggering on his feet a bit. But his focus is fully on this ritual that he's performing. That's going to end the Wraith's turn. Brother Amos, we're round to you.
I think really the only thing I can do is can I get to it within 3 actions? I will use 2 actions to move towards it, and that's pretty much all I can do.
All right, you do so, sort of striding across the grounds of the cloister. Anything with your third action, or are you leaving it?
No, I'm carry on swinging the thing. Words. Yeah,
Enchanting.
Sensor, yeah. Enchanting, yeah.
All right.
Censoring yourself there.
A brain fart.
End of your turn, Amos. We're round to Otto.
Yes, you've left me behind a bit, so I can only make one move. So I'll move as close as I can to Brother Amos, but I can't get all the way, I don't think.
I think you can, because your movement's 20 feet.
Okay, so does that get me to there?
Yeah, you can keep pace with him. Basically,
In
the whole
one move.
time Brother Amos has been moving, as long as he's not moved more than twice, you've been able to keep pace with Otto.
Oh, right, I thought he moved twice there. And I will throw an electric arc at this thing.
Okay, so you want a reflex saving throw. And that is going to be a lot. That's 32.
My spell DC is 19, so...
That is a critical success, I'm afraid. So you throw out the lightning, Otto. It dances across this creature's spectral form, but has absolutely no effect on it. That's your turn, all done. We are... No, we're not on for Knowles. Knowles are dead. We're on to Alwyn.
Right. I'm now in the circle of protection, aren't I?
You are, so you do not need to make a will save at this moment.
Okay, so... Sure, yeah, forget my shield. I'm going to make one movement to get a little bit closer to this creature, but still staying within the sensors area. My second action, because the spear has reach, I should be able to hit it from there.
Of course it does. I forgot it had reach.
I didn't. So I'm going to take a strike with Tebnotton's spear.
All right, roll the attack.
That is 26.
26 is enough to hit Alwyn.
Excellent. So now normally a spear would be 1d8. Is that just what you want me to roll with it? Because we don't know about Tebnotton's spear.
You do not know. So yeah, it's a D8, please.
Okay. That is 4.
4. Okay. You strike in with the spear, Alwyn. The creature resists a lot of that strike, but it still takes some damage from it. You feel yourself connect with something.
Okay. Final action will be to command Chardonnay to engage.
Okay, so Chardonnay can move across to the creature.
Okay, Chardonnay will run up and take a bitey bite.
Okay, roll the attack.
23.
23 is a hit, Alwyn.
Yay! Who's a good boy? Oh, with max damage as well. 10 points of damage.
10 points
Who's
of
a
damage.
very good boy.
Okay, so this creature does resist most of that, but Chardonnay still gets a decent bite in.
It's Alwyn's go.
Okay, end of Alwyn's turn. We're round to Maximus, sort of still a bit emboldened by what he had by his previous save. You see, he's going to. He pulls his free hand across his body, and you see a wave of energy wash over him, and he seems to recover some of his strength. That's pretty good. He seems much more hale and hearty and ready to continue after that, and spends the rest of his turn once again focusing his energy on the ritual. End of Maximus's turn. It's going to be Dela.
Okay, I will move up a bit closer to this beastie in what I hope is a flanking position with Chardonnay.
With where it's tucked into the corner, you can't quite get around it.
Okay, okay, well that's where I've gone. And
Just would Della need to make a will save?
No, because she critically succeeded on her save previously.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
She's currently immune to that effect.
yeah, that's about all I'm doing at the moment. It's not very fun. So, I rolled a 13. That doesn't hit. And a 15, which probably won't hit.
15, unfortunately not.
Nope.
You step in, feeling emboldened now that this fog has no power over you, and you strike twice towards the creature, gliding through it both times. Alright. At the end of your turn, Della, it is the Wraith's turn. And you watch as it drifts almost away from the two of you into a more central position. And it brings these big spectral meaty looking fists to bear, and it's going to make a strike towards Alwyn, and with a that's a 31 to hit Alwyn.
That is a critical hit.
It's a critical hit. Okay, that's good to know.
I did not raise my shield.
There we go. Well, you'll be pleased to know I rolled very badly.
Yay!
That's going to be a total of 16 points of negative damage.
Okay.
And as this creature strikes you, you feel not only it pulling some of your life essence away, but almost some of your very soul itself. I need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
Okay. My usual question, is this a spell?
This is not a spell.
Okay, so fort save. Here we go. 23.
23. Oh, that is a success, Alwyn. And yeah, you feel some of your life essence being pulled away from you, but you grit your teeth and you hang on to it in your mind. You suffer no additional effect.
No, you don't.
So that was its first attack. The second strike is going towards Brother Amos. That's going to be a 23, Brother Amos. 23, okay. So, Brother Amos, you take 12 points of negative damage.
Liberating step.
All right. What's liberating? It's been a while. What's liberating step again?
Reduces damage by 6.
6. Okay. So Brother Amos, that's 6 points of negative damage. And again, I need a fortitude save, please, as it strikes you with this unearthly chill.
11.
11. Oof. That is a critical failure. Brother Amos, you become, as this creature strikes into you, you feel a part of yourself is pulled loose from your body. You become drained 2.
Which part?
Siphoned off.
Drained
Is that your
2.
spleen down there?
Drained 2. So that means what?
So drained is basically your kind of vitality is reduced.
Okay.
So you'll take any Constitution checks, including Fortitude saves,
-2.
a -2, and you lose hit points equal to your level times the drain value. So you lose 8 hit points.
Oh.
And perhaps what was also important, your maximum HP is also reduced by 8.
God. He's not having an easy time of it.
No. Well, old men out in the field.
And it's going to use its last strike to strike Maximus. Sanctuary will kick in. And yeah, as after it's finished hitting you, Brother Amos, you watch as the creature goes to strike again. Actually no. Ignore that entirely because it's only got 3 actions. Couldn't have done that last one anyway. So yeah, it moved, attacked Alwyn, attacked Brother Amos. That's its turn. Sorry. But that ends its turn, so we're on to Brother Amos. Brother Amos, it is now your turn.
I think I just want to sit down and a cup of tea at this point. I'm going to have a swing at it. I can only use one hand, can't I? Because I'm carrying the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can only use one hand.
So I'll just use my powerful fist.
I mean, to be fair, I don't see any reason why you couldn't do a flurry of blows if you wanted to.
Yeah?
You'd rather
Okay.
be like a pop, or maybe you do one quick jab, throw the sensor into that hand, and then crack in with it.
Yeah, okay. I'll throw a flurry of... I will throw a flurry of blows.
It's easy for you to say.
6.
26 is a hit.
And a 9.
Yeah, the 9 will miss, unfortunately, but you still got 1 lot of damage.
So the damage is a 5.
5, very nice. And one action. 2 actions left.
Okay, so now I will do a powerful fist.
Alright.
And I will miss with that powerful fist. So I got 15.
15 was a miss, yeah.
And with my final one, I'll have another go at swinging at him. $18.
And 18 sadly is also going to miss. You get a good strike on it, and then the shadows kind of seem to swirl around it, and the rest of your attacks hit nothing at all. Okay. End of your turn. We are on to Otto.
Did we get the damage?
For the first strike, yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. Sorry.
I'm going to try something. I don't know if it'll work. I think I still have a level 1 spell left. So I will use all my 3 goes to cast a healing spell.
All right. Yeah, all right, Otto. Roll a d8 for me as its first level.
Huh, 1.
Oh no. 1. Okay. So regardless, Otto, as you release this wave of healing energy, everybody restores. What's your charisma bod? It's 3, isn't it? Your charisma.
My charisma is 3.
So everybody restores 4 hit points. And perhaps more interestingly, as this wave of positive energy blasts out from you, Otto, not only does the fog dissipate from around you, as it has done previously, this large shadowy creature in the shape of a 2-headed giant recoils and howls in pain as you watch as its form is badly damaged by that attack.
That was a good idea, I think, even though I did it quite badly.
Yeah, no, that was a very good idea, Otto. That's what I'm going to say. So that's going to end Otto's turn. We're back round to Alwyn. You've just felt this healing blast come out from your sorcerer companion.
Well, emboldened by that, Alwyn is going to command Chardonnay to have a go at this wraith thingy. So Chardonnay will use an action to move up to it where it moved away, and to have the old snappy snap for 24.
24 will hit.
And that is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. It's curious, Alwyn. As Chardonnay goes to bite into this creature, Chardonnay, instead of biting through incorporeal, ghost-like shape, Chardonnay now bites into solid flesh.
Ooh. Excellent.
Chardonnay likes that.
Right. Nom nom nom. Right, and with 2 actions, just going to press home now. Alwyn will make 2 attacks with the spear.
Alright, roll 2 attacks.
The first one is 11, which doesn't go anywhere. The second one with a 19 on the dice is 21.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Yay!
Just about.
5.
Wait, hang on, 21?
21, yes.
From a 19?
Yes, because it's second attack, so...
Oh, of course. Sorry, yeah.
Multiple attack penalty.
Of course.
Yeah, so 5 points damage.
Very nice. And again, Alwyn, the same as Chardonnay, you feel your spear drive into solid flesh this time. It seems that this thing really does not like positive energy. It's robbed it of its incorporeal nature.
You got any more of that? Otto?
I
That'd be-
I think I might have.
You know, any sort of healing that you can direct at it? Same with you, Maximus. Also, Brother Amos, if you're a bit nearer Maximus, he might be able to do a bit more. Just a thought.
Is that your turn, Alwyn?
That's me.
Okay, end of your turn, Alwyn. We are round to Maximus. Currently does not need to be making any saving throws. He's focusing on ritual. What else can he do? He's just going to... he spends his last 2 actions to once again cast Disrupt Undead on this creature. Because it still has a shadowy appearance. It's still wraith-like in appearance, but it's just become more corporeal. Unfortunately, it passes on its save. But it's still going to take damage. It's pretty good. And yeah. Okay, as this bolt of blue and black energy crackles across it, you see the creature is starting to look fairly badly injured. Its form is shimmering and shaking. Bits of it are flitting in and out of existence as it bears down on you all. Other than that, Maximus spends his turn looking after the ritual, and that's going to bring us round to Dela.
Okay, I am going to move closer into what I hope is a flanking position now. Just walking around the back of it.
Yeah, with that position there, that absolutely will be with Chardonnay.
Okay, and I will attempt to stab it with an 18, which I don't think does it.
18 is a miss.
Yeah, and I'll try again. Nope. With a 2 on the back.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, end of your turn, Dela. It is this spectral Etin-like creature. From where it is, it was not very happy with you, Otto. How intelligent are they? They're fairly intelligent. The rest of you watch as it glides effortlessly across the ground, almost to better get to you, Otto. And it raises this spectral fist towards you, and that's a 30 to hit.
Liberating step.
Oh, thank you.
Is that a critical hit?
I think it would have been. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
Yeah, so that would have been a critical hit. Right, it is a critical hit, sorry. Okay, so it would be 24 points of negative damage. Alwyn, you use Liberating Step to reduce that. 18 points of negative damage, Otto.
18.
18. And I need a Fortitude save, please.
A Fortitude save. Ooh, 26.
26, yeah. As the creature strikes into you, you feel your life energy being tugged away from you, but you are able to hold on to it with no effect. And the last thing it's going to do is it's going to attempt to make a strike towards Maximus. And you watch as it lifts its fist to strike him, and this veil of sanctuary that he cast over himself previously flares briefly, and the creature stands there looking confused for a second before it lowers its fist. Failed its will save.
Hey.
That's the end of its turn. Brother Amos, we're on to you.
I shall run at it screaming and attempt a flurry of blows.
Alright, roll those attacks.
$23.
3 will hit, roll damage.
8.
Okay, very nice.
And the next one. $23 again.
That's another hit. What's your damage?
8 again.
Brother Amos, tell me how you bring down this spectral monstrosity.
I just punch a hole clear through its face.
You do so as it lumbers towards you with its two heads, about to raise a fist towards Maximus once again. You leap up into the air and drive a fist through not one but both of its spectral heads.
Oh, of course, it has 2 faces.
And the creature bursts into mist around your fist and scatter, and the shadows scatter to the 4 winds. Okay. For the time being, folks, you guys are out of combat as this third pyre of this third pyre of the children's bones burns away, and the children themselves sort of stand up from their positions and disperse into the mist itself. So yes, as that last bunch of pyre of children is dispersed, you see Maximus's eyes snap open as they do so, and he says, you hear him say to you, "That's good. Well done. We're at the crucial moment now. I need whatever magical energy you have spare. Pour it into my focus now."
I'm out.
Dela's just gonna sit down at this.
I can't do magic unless I'm punching you, and then there's magic.
I mean, you've got your focus spell, haven't you, Brother Amos? Key strike.
Yes.
I think I'd say if you wanted to use your focus spell, you could do that. It's not necessarily about using the energy. It's more about taking that energy and giving it to Maximus, if that makes sense. So you're not using the effect, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You're just using the energy.
So I don't have to transfer that energy via an assault.
No. Well, I mean, we're out of combat now, so you could easily sort of run in and slam a fist down on the ground if you wanted to.
Oh yeah. Can I do the superhero landing?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to jump up in the air and then do the superhero landing.
100% you do
and then
that.
Be like, oh, my knees.
Oh, mate.
My back.
My back.
Oh,
My wrists.
stub my toe.
You can see that Maximus himself is sort of sweating as he pushes his own magical energy into this. Is anybody else offering anything?
Well, seeing what Amos is doing here, Alwyn will get Chardonnay to just go up and sort of cuddle up against Maximus, for what it's worth.
Right, no worries.
And Alwyn will use Tebnot and Spear, just rest the haft of it on his shoulder.
Okay,
Might
no
not do
worries.
anything, but just in case.
That's what Alwyn feels is the right thing to do. That's okay. All right. So if nobody else has anything to offer here, you see that Maximus sort of pulls all of this energy into one point as it's coursing through his body, and he calls out once more in this chanting language, as his eyes close once more. "As you have come at our behest, your fears have all been laid to rest. Now with this sigil the rites complete. Be gone, ye spirits, depart in peace. By the power of the Lady of Graves, I release you from your torment." And there is a pulse of energy that blasts across the room, and the entire temple falls silent. And that is where we're going to end for tonight, folks.
Okie dokie.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com, editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.
Do we get the poltergeist line? This house is clear.
You may well do. You'll find out next time if you're successful or not.
Yeah, wow. How come our magic user didn't, come in with his magical energies?
I've got none left.
You got cantrips?
I've got cantrips, yeah. What have I got? I've got, don't think I've got anything really useful. Yeah, I can throw them.